So just for you guys to know again, all my videos will be posted on my channel. This one will not be unlisted, so you guys can just go to my YouTube channel and watch it from there. Um, Today I'm going to go over basically, we'll take a look at some charts, give some live setups. I'll take some, but not all. Um, so we'll go from there. I did post a whole bunch of spot plays. They are pinned to my channel, so if you missed them, set your orders. I will not be, repeating them over and over again. I'll just update them once they have filled. Some we entered in current market price, and then the rest are just waiting for orders to fill. Okay. Before I get into today's session, let's go over why the market crashed. Um, I know a lot of analysts were explaining that. Okay, first things first. I gave a whole explanation of why. Okay, the dollar index looked bullish. We're actually having a breakout possibly. We need, a breakout retest for this to be successful. I'm really eyeing this mid-range around 104 to be tested. So I do expect us to go a little bit more down. Again, all eyes are looming on the ETF. So it has not been rejected. Okay, those were just rumors. It's still in discussion. So this whole entire nuke wasn't, in my opinion, because of the ETF. If you guys were taking a look at the funding was very high. Okay, so people were getting paid to basically short, and those that were longing were paying a massive fee. So that's why I urged not to get into longs, although I had the ETH long. It was, I was hoping for a rotation of capital from, or profits from Bitcoin into ETH. Never happened, got stopped out. It's okay. But, so the dollar index looks bullish. I expect something like this. Okay, maybe like this, and then eventually go up, see what happens there. If we are able to flip this level, then we go for range highs. This would be, risk off. The I don't know what happened to everything, but everything's off. But yesterday, for USDT dominance, okay, we actually did swing failure and we closed above. So that was again another reason to get out of longs. We closed above and then we had a breakout. So yes, we went a little bit higher, but USDT dominance was bullish, which was another factor to just be wary in longs. So that's why again I gave that call to just be cautious. And the last thing was Bitcoin dominance. Okay, yesterday, if I go on the 4 hour, we did reject briefly from the bearish retest point of this channel. Okay, and then we basically bounced from support. When you guys are in longs, you don't want to get into longs when we are at support for Bitcoin dominance. You want to get in at rejection, at resistance. Okay, and we had a 4 hour order block here, which we did reject from. Hence, we had that huge dip and then recovery from alts from this area. Okay, so that was my reasoning of why I was expecting a flash crash. Whenever funding is high, that's positive. Okay, I recommend not being in any longs. I know it can be positive for a while if you are in longs. The most you should have like open should be 2 to 3 positions. Okay, I'm never in more than two, but for people to get liquidated, and when you have big like moves like this, right? When you have big liquidations, this was like a what, 12, 20, like 20% candle almost. Um, when you have candles like this, if you have your stops, like let's say you entered in here, right? This is support. Let's say you entered in there and you had your stops like right there, right? When you have candles and liquidations like that, it's just going to blow right through your stops. It doesn't matter where your stops are, it's going to fill entries at market price and market order until yours is filled. So all these people that had their orders here, right, it got pushed down. Your order got pushed down probably here. You probably had like a 5% slippage. And this isn't just on your exchange, it's on all exchanges. Okay? So this is why having more than two positions is risky when funding is so high. Same thing if funding is negative, right? If you have multiple shorts, you'll have short squeezes. Okay. Um, so again, just keep funding in your guys' head, right? Yes, this is recorded. It'll be on my YouTube channel after. Girl, just drive. You can watch later. Best place to see funding. I'll post a link right after, but I just check on. So I trade the basically like the high cap coins, right? Top 30. You can just check on your exchange. If you're on MEXC or Bybit, the funding rate will be there, right? It's gonna be at the top, um, right where your funding countdown is. Okay. My YouTube channel is in my bio. It's just Arschmeister on YouTube. I did predict this tip. I gave all the I just went over it too, but I gave all the reasoning in my channel yesterday, in the morning before it happened. All right. So today I'm going to go over about like maybe anywhere from 7 to 10 coins. We'll do deep analysis on it, break down from the beginning. I'm going to pause and go over a few things as well, but I will not be going over shit coins. Any coins that I have given in spot, I'm not going to go over the reasoning for them. I just give macro support levels, but I'll go over some leverage plays. I do want to reiterate one important thing. I mentioned this in chat. When you have a big move like this, okay, it's very hard to get into leverage longs or shorts, okay, because we just had a huge liquidation price. So now you have to wait until range forms, and then you play it that way, or you just get into spot and play that way, okay. So just be careful when you guys are entering in anything in the leverage markets for the next, I want to say maybe day and a half. Again, this market right now is all ETF based. Okay. The other thing right now, spot price is leading. Okay. Spot versus perp price. Bybit always has these like enormous premiums, but Coinbase is leading versus Binance perps. Okay, whenever perps are behind spot, so basically if Coinbase spot price is leading versus perps, okay, it's bullish. So for me, I would not be in any shorts right now. Okay. My YouTube channel is in my bio. It's just Arschmeister. All right, let's take a look at a few coins. I'm gonna look at Sol to start off with. Okay, and I'm not a scalper, so we're gonna be looking at high time frames. Okay. Resistance. So plot out your support and resistances. We lost that. This is going to be a crucial level to flip back. If we can reclaim this, we'll go higher. But for now, these are our support levels. Black is support, red is resistance. Okay. Okay. And then if we do get here, I would love to long that point. All right. So here is our support and resistances. Let's go on a higher time frame really quickly. I predicted the dip in my channel yesterday. Not on YouTube. In my channel here at Unity. Okay, so Sol is still upholding this trend. Okay, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, we did make a lower high. I do not want us to close below this level in blue. Okay, if we do close in this level in blue, why can't I change you? Okay, I am looking for this 92 level to be tested next. All right, so right now we are on support. This was previous resistance. We broke out, we tested at support, and we're hovering on support right now. Okay, we had a massive swing failure here. We grabbed all of this liquidity, okay, and we closed above. So for me, again, no reason to go short. We have confirmation of a swing failure pattern, but place bids. This is where I place my spot bids at 92.75. If we do come there, that's where I'm looking to bid again. Okay. For me to go long, I need us to reclaim this level. Okay, so we need a 4-hour close above and hold, and then you long with your stops below here. This hasn't happened yet, so this is a confirmation play. Okay, I'm expecting Sol to go to new highs. Okay, now if we are to lose this level and turn it into resistance, you'd short with your stops somewhere above here. It hasn't happened yet. Then you'll target the trend line. So it'll look something like this. Okay, the stop hasn't happened yet, so but it would look something like that. Okay, this is no man's land right now. Okay, we are in nowhere for us to confidently long anything. So we need confirmation. We need to flip this basically $100 level again to support, just like we did here, right? We broke out and then we were able to reclaim it, flipped it to support there. But I expect this to happen, and then I expect us to go to 105 and 115, and then from there to new highs. Okay, on a lower time frame for Sol, it's very hard to play this. Okay, there's no clear signal of anything, so you have huge move down, staircase up, right? Staircase down, up. Right now, we need to again flip this level. So right now, this is nonsense. There's no reason to get into Sol for me. So I'm patient until we get a 4-hour close above here and see if we hold. Okay, so be patient. There's nothing to do yet. Plus, we have the SEC talking, and we don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so those are the two possibilities I'm looking at right now. We flip this level, we long, we uh, burst through this level, turn into resistance, we short down to the trend line, and then we will long at this support level. This daily has not been flipped to support yet. It was previous range highs. We go back down, test it. We have confluence along with the trend line. If I were to pull fibs as well, okay, let's do right. So the golden pocket aligns with this 105 target. Okay, most likely we are going to reject here if we do flip this to support. That's why my first TP is there. This is also an SR level. It was resistance. We broke out, failed to hold. So if you go back up there, it aligns with that. And then the 786 fib, the second most strongest fib for me. Another TP level would be there, and then here and there. Okay. Now, if we were to do fibs from here, let's do from there. Whoops. Now we burst through it. Yep, so now we just wait. Why did you do Sol spot at current market price if you don't have confirmations? Because it's spot. I don't care if it goes up or down. I don't have a liquidation price. A lot of people are not patient when it comes to spot. I've been holding, spot plays for weeks to months, giving me 40 to 50%, while people are getting liquidated and chopped up on low time frame leverage trading. Spot, you just hold, and you have no problem whether it goes up or down on the day. Okay. Yeah. I will post. So these are confirmation plays. Okay. Do not get in. There's Sol. Okay. Um, the explanation will also be on YouTube later. All right. Let's take a look at. Whoa. When you have moves like this, you want to focus on strong coins that perform really well against their Bitcoin pairing. And this coin, I gave this to everyone on Twitter. I'm still in. I didn't share it here. Um, should have shared it here. My bad. But if you guys are following my Twitter, I'm in from this level here. So 48 cents, and I'm riding this to $1. Now, pullbacks on this. Let me go to a different chart actually. Okay. We are still making higher highs and higher lows. This is not broken market structure. Okay. If you guys are pumping because, or if you guys are shorting because this is going, like nuclear, you're probably an idiot. But I would love for us to get this order block filled. Okay. Stop loss placement's hard because we have that wick down. So something like this, come back down, make a new higher low, okay, and then just target $1 from there. So I'm looking for something like this to fill and then go higher, probably does something like that. And then make a bearish divergence and then probably dump. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for. C. I don't know how to say it. C. And again, although I predicted this dump yesterday, I'm not looking to short anything. The reason for that is because we are macro bullish. We have not lost market structure on anything. There's no reason to short. For me, because I'm a swing trader, I'm not looking for quick, 1 to 2% moves. I'm looking for 10 to 20% moves on a higher time frame. Okay, so I'm looking for this. Now on a lower time frame, if you want to scalp this, this is disgusting PA. I don't know if I'm not a low time frame scalper, but something like okay, here's the 15-minute. Okay, I'm taking this trade here at 74 cents. I'm not taking this one, but for scalpers, this would be your play. This already SFP'd. Okay, when you see a swing failure pattern, it's an easy, quick risk to, or a very high risk to reward trade. Okay, you would mark it short, stops above there. You're too late if you missed it, but this would have been your confirmation once that happened. Okay, and then you're just going to play it back down to support. I'm not calling that. Don't mark it short. Okay, so here's the 15-minute play. I will share that as well. Now, TPs are up to you guys on these. Okay. If you're scalping, you should not be risking more than 1 to 2% of your portfolio. And then you should be taking profits if something's up like 1 to 3 or 2 to 3% on a 15 minute, and you're not taking profits and you hit stop loss. I would throw you in prison if I could. Well, I mean, I can, but risk management and understanding position sizing is huge. Okay, so for the 4 hour, this is a swing play. Okay, I'm also going to be entering spot, or adding to my position, and I'm not selling until at least $1. Okay, if this doesn't come back down, then we just have to wait. It's in price discovery. Okay, another possible short, if you're looking to short this with very risk or high risk and tight stop loss, is this. Okay, you'll short previous highs, stops above the wick, and then down. I'm not taking shorts. I'm just sharing ideas here. Okay. Another strong coin on this dip, fuck Adam, useless piece of shit, is LDO. What the fuck, did my thing just run out? I guess it did. Hold on. Blur's a shitcoin. Blur can go to 0. Alright, hold on. Okay. So LDO is almost in price discovery. Okay, here's the spot chart. Here's the highs around, 390. Okay. Beautiful wick into the demand zone to fill these orders. Right? If you guys know my trading style, there's a 2-hour video on demand, or supply and demand zones that I posted on YouTube. It's currently what I teach as well. But this is a perfect fill of that demand zone, and then you got a nice 37% move up. Okay, but this is something that you should not be shorting. CeeLo is also a shitcoin. I only trade high cap coins. Okay, so it rejected where it had to. Okay, I don't know if we get down this low. We've already grabbed all this liquidity. We put in a swing failure pattern, and this order block was already filled. But I like to long there. Stops. Again, is going to be tough because we had this huge wick, but I'll place my stops. And target new highs. Okay, so again, making higher highs, higher lows. This was our last higher low. Right? Hopefully it comes back down here. We also have a channel. Not clean. Nah. No clean channel. But something like this is what I like. Okay, so order block already filled. Demand zone on the daily already filled. But it was previous resistance, right? We deviated below. We broke out. We actually never flipped it to support. We had this huge wick. I don't consider that really a flip to support. We did close the candle above, but I like it for it to go candle touch, right, and then go up. Okay, so let me share this as well. Now, lower time frame. Again, it's very hard to play low time frames because you have these huge moves and everything is just now stagnant. Okay, so for me, no point in getting into anything on a lower time frame. Just wait for these levels to hit, and play it there. You can't really do anything when you have a giant wick down like that. Okay. Yes, ARB is in price discovery. That's why it's so high. Okay. I shared this. missed order. Well, I didn't place it correctly, but if you had placed it at the candle, your order would have been filled perfectly. Okay, it was an order block, wicked down into the order block, and it filled perfectly, and then highs. Okay, so this is in price discovery. No reason to short. I would love to bid previous range highs. So for me, I know this is highs. Um, Start at 182. Again, all these order blocks have been filled. I like something like this one's a bit riskier. Um, Everyone knows this is in price discovery. Okay, we're still having trouble with that. Possibly a rising wedge. So we've had, one sec, yes, ARB is legit. It's in price discovery. I mentioned in my, channel a few times and even on YouTube that ARB and SUI were going to run hard. Okay, let me go on a lower time frame. I'm trying to see. I only use the golden pocket and the 786 fib. That's why you see these. Um, yeah, that is a demand zone. No, I still think we bounce from this level. So I'm taking this play on spot. I'm looking for a move down, fill, right? We have confluence of previous range highs. Also an order block that already filled, but I think this holds. Now, be cautious, okay? I'm taking this on spot. If we do get some news from the SEC that ETF is rejected, everything is going to nuke, okay? So protect your capital, use proper position sizing. I'm going to cancel this one so not to confuse people. And I'm going to share this. You can take it on leverage if you want. Did I not post the LDO chart? I thought I did. I'll do it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'll look at ETH. I'm going to go over my charts first, guys, and then I'll take requests. One sec. Hold on, I got a call from... It's messing up. I'm not doing JTO. It's a shitcoin. I'm in spot. I only do high cap, guys. Alright, if you say FET one more time, I'm not doing it. Just wait, okay? Jesus. Alright. Jesus isn't real, man. It's just a guy with a beard. Alright. Alright. So ETH, to hold this uptrend, needs to close above. Okay? ETH went from strong to very weak very fast. I still think that ETH will outperform. Okay? We did take all these lows. So that's the bullish thing. Right? We swing failured. We took all these out. If we do get a bid back here, this is the play to play. Or the setup to play. Okay? Previous range lows. stops below the wick. If we do get it, that's the setup. Okay. Otherwise, you are looking for a reclaim of this trend line and then long with stops somewhere above here. For a reclaim, you need the 4 hour to close above, retest and hold. Okay, and then you long with stops somewhere below here. Hasn't happened yet, so I can't really tell you where to play it. Okay, but this is resistance. Okay, failed cup and handle pattern. Um, if we do go to this resistance again, I expect this to break through. We've already had 3 touches. Okay, a fourth one if we do reject. I mean, you can try to take a scalp. It's going to be somewhere here. Stops above the wick, and then you play it back to the trend line. I don't think that's going to be a pretty strong um, setup there. The R&R is okay, it's 2.8, but I do think if we just break through this time, or if we retest this resistance level, we're just going to break through. Okay, so I, although we had the swing failure, wait for confirmation. You want this to be reclaimed before you can long. Otherwise, if it's not, we go and retest. Okay, close below or retest, close below, possible short entry back down to there. Stops would be somewhere here. It hasn't happened yet, so this retest could just take days, right, and go here. So wherever the retest happens, if we reject close below, okay, you can mark it short with stops very tightly, and then play that way. I have a whole entire explanation of how to play confirmation plays in my pin messages, so just read that. Yeah, ETH stopped me out. I'm kind of pissed at it. Um, Sol bounced where it had to. Just wait for that reclaim. Okay. Injective also looks really good. Why am I on a 3-minute candle? Okay. A lot of coins. One sec. Let me share this. There's your range, by the way. Right? Range highs, range lows. Now, before I get into Injective, I posted this a few times in crypto chat. Okay, range highs, we had a deviation back below, back to range lows. If you guys, play ranges, that was your setup, right? You long range lows until broken, stops would have been below the wick here, right? Back to range highs. This probably goes, and if it goes to 40, I mean, if there's an ETF approval, it's just going to burst through, right? If we have nothing, then this probably goes and rejects here again. Okay. However, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. So I expect this to break through next time, just like we did here, right? Um, and to be extremely bullish, we need to flip this into support to go higher. That we never flipped this to support. We broke out, but we never retested and closed the candle back above. Okay. So again, a successful retest would be close candle above, subsequent candles, or the next candle doesn't have to be the next candle exactly, has to come back down, retest the SR line and hold, and that's your trigger to long or short. Am I earning interest in ETH? No. My ETH is locked up in a cold wallet. I don't stake shit. Outside of the new airdrops for the Cosmo um, ecosystem, I don't stake shit. Okay. Retest is like approval of setup. This is not a setup. This I was just showing an example of this. But yes, if it breaks out and retests, that's your trigger to long. Now, like for example on Sol, right? This is a 4 hour candle. So if we go to like a daily or sorry, an hourly, right? You need this breakout to happen, okay? Close above and then retest and hold. Next candle that opens up, you can long. This one failed. There's the breakout, the retest. It retested but closed below. So that's a invalidation, right? You need a breakout, and then whether it's the next candle or however many candles after that must retest and close above to long. So you can use a low time frame for a trigger, but it's the 4 hour that I'm looking at that has to close and retest above to be successful to go higher. 1 hours are just scalps that you can use to enter in. However, for me, I'm a swing trader. I wait for that 4 hour close. Um, Range trading, there's a video on YouTube. You can check it out. We don't know when the SEC will give their decision. Nope. What is the ideal time frame or retest? Depending on what you're trading. If you're scalping, whatever time frame you are using. So 15-minute. I'm a high time frame trader, so I use 4 hour and daily. I don't care about anything below that. That's just pigeon food. Um, yeah. Okay. You can take these in spot if you want. Some I'm taking leverage, some I'm taking spot. You can take you can't short in spot, right? But ooh, look at that candle. But you can definitely take my longs in spot. Okay. Pigeon hoot hit the spot. You must be very poor. All right. Let me take a look at FET. All right. FET did also swing failure. I'm joking. It's a joke. It's a joke. I'm very sarcastic, so if you guys can't catch up with my jokes, then I'm sorry. Maybe I'll run a class on sarcasm. Everyone's mom can join for free. All right. Let's take a look. So if we get back to here, right? This is your long setup. Retest previous. I don't want to hear anything about a head and shoulders. Okay. However, FET kind of looks like this is distribution. Fuck off, Bybit. One sec. Oh, it had a perfect retest of previous range highs. Another higher low. Um, we don't want to close below this level. If we close below this level, we made a lower low. Okay. I look at candle bodies, not wicks. Okay, so if the candle closes below this, we've made a lower low. For now, we are good. We swing failured. We should continue higher. This is a terrible daily candle. Um, Resistance. Okay. This is your 4 hour range. Okay. So range highs, range lows, mid range. This is where you should TP if we get it. Okay. Longing there. Stops below if we get it. Back up to here. But I don't know. This looks like a rounded top pattern to me. Man, I gotta pay for this again. Um, this looks like a rounding top pattern for me. Okay. If we do that, if we close below here, this is support, right? Here is your SR level on the 4 hour, right? If we do reject and if we're able to reclaim it, then yes, you along with something like this. Okay, the R&R isn't great. That's why I'm not taking it. If anything, this would be a spot play if you take it. But flip this into support, you long until mid range. Reject here again, possible short. Stops very tight, back down to here. Okay, but I don't like this rounding top pattern. The Bitcoin chart had no plays on it. It already played out, so I won't share that chart. Swing failure, also have a YouTube video on it. I can't go into details, it's going to take me a while. Maybe I'll do a video on swing failure next time, but I have a 20-minute explanation of how to play swing failures on my YouTube. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to stop for a second and talk about the trading mastery course. And is Caleb in here? One sec. Caleb, are you in here? All right, so goes live soon. Okay, Oracle Algo as well. Now, I have tested the algo. I've shared it in my class as well. Um, in my opinion, it has everything you need for a beginner in terms of all the oscillators and for those that don't know what bullish and bearish order blocks are, I don't use them because I don't like you know to have cluster on my charts, but I have back tested it and I have used it and it does work. So for those that are interested in it, right, when it goes live along with the trading mastery course, just be patient. There, I know the team is going through the applications, and it should be going live soon. So um, just keep an eye out on that. I do, I do have it here. All right, but I use my own trading method. I know what order blocks, market structure breaks, and stuff like that are. So personally, I don't use indicators. I never really have for the past 2 to 3 years. I've developed my own trading style. But for those that are new that don't know what order blocks and um, you know market structure like entails, it shares everything for you. Um, I think it's a really good tool. All right. What number classifies a coin as high market cap? I trade basically coins only in the 30 to 50, the top 30 to 50. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at Matic. Again, Matic had I mean, if you had set bids on high time frames at support levels, you would have gotten filled. This is why I always suggest opening up charts, set up your macro support and resistance levels. Right, this is support. It filled perfectly. Um, I'm out of Matic, by the way. I got stopped out break even after we had a 20% move. This was clear resistance, right? Resistance, flip to support, resistance. We rejected again, and there was support. It was clear support. Okay, we are actually, this is the next resistance, right? SFP did happen. Um, I think the market is just going to be just focusing on crabbing up sideways. We won't have big moves up, but the last time we had this move down like that, let me show you. I know we had a huge. All right, you see this? Huge wick down, and then we had a slow grind up. Okay, same thing I think is going to happen here, right? Huge wick down, slow grind up. Okay, huge wick down, probably it's going to be like this. Okay, so that's why I want to focus on coins that are performing really well against Bitcoin, against our Bitcoin pairing. So Sol BTC pairing, or ARB coins that have been putting in new highs. Those are the coins you want to focus on. Um, so yeah, like ARB, OP, LDO, coins like that. But Matic right now, um, it's gonna be a slow grind up. It's for you to long safely. Right now, it's like mid range between here and here. You want a clear retest or flip of this back up to there. Otherwise, you long support. Now, stop placement's hard on this one. Tight, back up to range highs. Right, you take profit there, take profit there. Otherwise, back at support down here. Right, and stops probably somewhere there, and you play this range. Okay, so that's your range. Yep, that's your setup. Now, if it goes here and rejects, then you have a short setup there as well. Stop loss placement's going to be tough on this one. Probably somewhere above here, back down to there. Now, it has to reject, close below, and then that's your trigger to short. Okay, so here's Matic. Popo is garbage. I didn't give any trades on Bitcoin. It was just here. I'll share the chart, but there's no play on Bitcoin here. It was just a range. Okay, we're at mid-range on Bitcoin, so whenever something's at mid-range, it's very tough to play. But here's the range for Bitcoin. NRTN, don't know what that is. Sounds like a shitcoin. Okay, one sec. I'm going through. Tia. I did not do Tia. I did want to do Tia. Range highs. Range lows. Again, all these coins had a swing failure. If we do get back to range lows here, that's a long. Again, I gave spot plays on this. I don't want to leverage along this. I want to hold this. I do think this coin goes to $100 this cycle. So for me, I'm just stacking as much T as I can, much C as I can, SIA, whatever it's called. Um, Say. I do think Say is going to be the next Sol. I think Sol and their followers are garbage people that deserve no. Um, no, I'm kidding. I don't like you guys though. But Sol, I think eventually, ETH is going to pick up. ETH is going to change a lot of things. Sol's garbage. I won't own any of it. But for you guys to get into TIA, I share the chart for TIA. These are the levels to buy. Okay, it's in my channel. But in terms of perps, it's very hard to give entries here because we've had so many touches of this area. Okay, this one went through. If it comes back down, like stop placement's very hard. So if you do long it, probably somewhere like that's too wide. Just play that range. Might have to go on a 5 minute to find the stop. Probably somewhere there. It's very, very tight. This coin's a liquid. That's why I play it on spot. Okay. Um, One sec. Okay. Yes, I get a lot of questions about why H bar, why I gave this call. We're actually in profit. The reason for H bar is because look at this monthly chart. Actually, first let's start with the weekly. Okay, we have an Adam and Eve pattern. It's a double bottom pattern. Okay, also a W. Um, we are at resistance. Well, we were at resistance. If we are able to flip this, I see at least a 60 to 70% move coming onto this. So for me, easy. The monthly is also like look at that monthly, right? Now, if we are able to stay and accumulate here, consolidate under resistance, we go higher. I will stay in my position. I'm looking for at least 12 cents to 14 cents before I take some profit. Again, this is a midterm position. Could take weeks, could take months. I'm here for all the time. What's your favorite plays out of the ones you are sharing? So I like to, obviously Sol. Easy has been, I mean, this has been easy to play, right? This needs to flip first, like I mentioned, but coins that are showing strength. So Sol, ARB, OP, LDO, those are the coins that you guys want to focus on. Okay. How do you think alts will react if we get confirmation? Alts are going to lag. Bitcoin's going to take control. It'll have probably like a 5K candle, um, and then it's going to consolidate. So what I think is going to happen is this on Bitcoin. Okay. Actually, let me show this. Okay. So I think we're gonna have something like it's gonna be like it's gonna up into that. It's going to. You won't have a huge retrace when it happens. It's gonna be like, and then just one swoop move up, and then probably consolidate. I'm thinking around 48 to 50K. I know I drew this higher, but 48 to 50K. It's gonna consolidate. Profits will flow into ETH. Okay, and then alts will slowly catch up, but I don't think alts are gonna have a huge rally. It's gonna be like maybe a day or two, and then I expect us to go back down to at least 38 to anywhere from 38 to 30K. Okay, um, that's my reasoning for. So there's resistance here on the monthly. Okay, that's why I think 48 to 50k. The 50k could be a wick, but this is resistance, and that's why I think 48k to 50k is the top. Sol is never flipping Bitcoin ever. XRP is terrible coin. If you could hold three alts in your spot, what would you hold? Good question. Um, right now, I don't know how to say it again. It's say or C. That would be my number two position. Tia, and probably Rose. I think Rose is going to be a dollar coin. Um, but the coins you want to focus on for the next cycle should be gaming coins, AI, and the AI sector. Okay, so I think FET will be a good coin in the long term. I have a $4 target on it. Um, the the shiny coins, Arb and Sui, I have really good hopes for them, but I like Rose. So Rose, Say, and um, probably Tia. Okay. XLM is also a shitcoin. Anything related to XRP is garbage. I don't care for KDA. Hold on, I'm getting like a whole bunch of messages. Pico bottom 35k or the next support. Um, I think 20. I think 25k can be revisited. Is it going to? I don't know. But 25k is my bottom line. I don't want to see it go lower than 25k because if we do, we will fill the gap at 20k and then possibly put in a double bottom at 15. Okay. What makes you hate XRP so much? It's just so stagnant, and all the pumps on it are just fake. It always retraces everything. It can never like hold it. It's like if you give it Viagra, it won't work on it. Big time. Big time is one of my spot bags that I have. I don't know if you're talking about XRP, but I do expect it to go back up to $1 to $2 in the cycle. It's the smallest bag that I own. Okay. Any ideas again for PYR? I do think PYR does well. The only reason I'm sharing this is because my spot bag. But let me look at this monthly. Right. Probably goes and retests $6.45, but I expect this to go to $25 during the cycle. Um, yeah, I do expect this to go back down and test $6.45. Got a divergence on it too. A broadening wedge as well. Now I'm expecting something like this and higher. I'm still way in my PYR bag. I gave this to everyone here around $3 and like 50 cents. Um, what are your red flags in Sol? JPEGs uses PFPs. Joined a bit late. This will be uploaded, Crypto Wizard. You can watch later. What are your red flags in women? Good question. Um, ugly teeth. People that can't decide where to eat. Okay. All right, two more coins. I'm going to pick. I don't want to hear it if your coin doesn't get picked. One sec. I'm not reading chats here. I'm going in what was already said. KSM, no. Gala, no. Pendle, don't even know what that is. Mina, no. Okay, the only reason I'm doing AVAX, and I won't count this towards the numbers, is because um, it goes hand in hand with Soul. So AVAX is 1. A 0, no. Shitcoin. I mean, it probably does well, but it's too low cap for me. Um, Link, no. This time I won't do Link. TRB, absolutely not. Okay, Near. Near is an L1 that I think will run. So Near, AVAX, and the last one will be. Let me see. I already did LDO, I already did OP. You know what? Let's do a Dino coin. Let's do ZRX. Cool, that's it. AVAX. Okay, all these charts look gross right now, but all of them did grab some liquidity. Okay, I did post this chart a few days back and I actually made it in my video. I said there was a rising wedge. We broke down, retested it, closed below. It was a perfect short trigger. Okay, now let's remove this. Nah, just buy some Peppy coin and just hold it for next cycle. There's no TA to be done on that. Okay, so head and shoulders. Okay, technical targets. Okay, technical targets is $26. All right, we want to see what happens at the neckline. Here's your neckline. Okay, reject, close below. You'd short with stops somewhere above here. I can't give that, hasn't happened yet, but that's your short trigger. Okay, longs. This demand zone got filled perfectly, but I think if we were to go to it again, I know the 50% rule, but I think this gets filled again. Stops would be something like that. Now, how high we go is going to be a little bit tricky because here we had a higher high, higher low, higher high, right? We had a equal low. We made a lower high, and now we made a lower low. So we could go and make another lower high. I'd look for that. I mean, yes, you have this confirmation here where you short on the neckline once it gets rejected. Okay, but if we do go up to make another lower high and reject from the trend line, that is also a short attempt once it's confirmed. So something like very, very tight risk. Depending on where the rejection is, it could be up here, right? It could be here, but there's no reason to long anything until this is broken out and flipped to support. Okay, we're still in a downtrend here. Okay. All right, so that's the setup. It could go here, but for now, you either long this demand zone, short this neckline if it rejects, or there. If we do get back up to this golden pocket, we do have this order block. Okay, I'd be looking to short there as well. There's many plays. Okay, but right now it's a very risky place to long. We are on support, right? So again, this level needs to be flipped for you to long to there, or reject here and short back down. Supply zone just above your short entry as well. Yes. So it depends on how, I mean, like, good eye there. It depends on how, like, if we just go up from here, right, we might get the short entry and also a lower high, so you have extra confluence. But the longer this takes, like, yes, we could, just squeeze out time here and go higher and higher. But if we do reject from here, right, or if we break out, this would probably reject from here because it's also an SR point. But you wouldn't long until, like something like that happens. So this could be a very short, like low risk short, but it could be like a, just a quick move back down if it retests. But yes, that is a valid short as well. So there's many, many scenarios of what you could do here. Okay, AVAX. Coin ZRX. Why did I pick this coin? Last time I charted this was April 22. This is on an SR point and actually support. Right, rejection, 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 breakout, retest. This actually did bounce from demand zone and order block. That was your long attempt. Now, if we close the daily below, next daily candle, right, this actually looks disgusting. It's lost trend line as well. So, one second, I sneeze. Excuse me. So this daily closes below this SR. Okay, you wait for the successful retest to short. I don't know till where, or close above. Wait for the bearish retest point. So like something like this. Okay, and you have a lot of confluence here to short. I mean, a lot. Okay, so depends on how long this takes. It's a huge move down. It's a slow mover for me. It's a Dino coin, but this looks like garbage, to be honest. I think it wants lower. I'll share the chart. There's nothing really to share, but so this is one of the original. I mean, from last cycle, like Litecoin is a Dino coin, XRP is a Dino coin. Um, Basically last cycle's coins. I forget the last coin. It was AVAX, CRX, and what? Near. Thank you guys. I can tell you the last time I charted this was back in fucking, I don't know, 21. I haven't had yellow on my charts in forever. Alright. Damn. Perfect retest of. So, for those that came to, a few of my sessions, for previous students, for literally anyone that watches my YouTube channels, I always mention your first entry should be at SR points. Okay, an SR point is a previous support or resistance level that breaks out, okay, but is never retested. This perfectly retested that SR point probably today. Yeah. So this is why I mentioned you place your high time frame levels, and your SR points should always be your entries. Okay. This tested it perfectly, got a huge move up. This is actually a bullish candle on the weekly, daily as well, I think. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a beautiful daily candle. Most likely put in another. We grabbed all of this liquidity here. This probably goes higher. I do like near. I think if L1s like Sol and you know AVAX do run, near is going to run hard. So buying spot here makes sense. Invalidation would be daily close below this level and turn into resistance, and probably target $7. Take out these highs. One sec. Let me. This chart looks similar to H bar. Right? Adam Eve, Adam Eve, and then boom. I do like near. I think buying now with invalidations of closing below 2.7 or 2.8 is good. Um, I'm actually going to buy some spot. Yeah, this looks good. Breakout attempt coming as well. If you guys are leverage longing, then you're waiting for a breakout, retest, hold, stops below. It's too wide of a stop. Let's do that. And you target and highs. Okay. So I'm buying spot. I'll buy spot all the way down to $3.20. We'll manually close it if we close the daily below this and turn to resistance and look for $7. Hold on, here is a 15-minute. Here is one sec. I'm gonna post this on my channel because I'm actually gonna buy some near. Shout out to whoever put this on my radar. Down to $3.20. Okay. Tia and Rose are in my channel. For C, I can definitely go ahead and do it. I'm in from 48 cents, so I'll give new um, entries later. If you had lower assets, let's say you allocate 200 per coin, would you still enter 5% and DCA the rest? Like if DCAs don't hit, you only have $10 for the spot. I mean, it's up to you. I always wait for lower prices to hit. You can go in with 15% now and then, lower um, your next DCA to, 20% and then 20% and the last one be like the last heaviest one, so 35%. What about just DCing a certain amount per week? What do you think about that? So that's what I do. Um, when I hit my goal, um, trading, I always withdraw a certain amount and I just buy no matter the price. Okay, I've been buying Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, and to be honest, my biggest bags right now, and to answer some of your guys' questions, PYR, FET, Gala is my least when it comes to gaming, but I do have a Gala bag. Um, I have a lot of Sui. Um, Rose, like I said, Rose is my number one bag. I've been buying from 6 cents, and I've been buying every single day. I've been putting in 150 to $200 in a few coins every single day. Um, and I don't care about the price. If it goes down, great, I just DCA. But if you have the ability to allocate a daily or weekly recurring buy to some of these coins, whether it's $25 or $50, and you're holding for long term, and by long term I'm talking about a year or more, then by all means do so, because intraday price action shouldn't matter if you're holding long term. It's all about those um, you know prices at the end of next cycle. And for those, I know a lot of people say like, oh, I don't like the DCA. That's fine when it comes to leverage, okay? But most of your money is going to be made during a bear market, which we are not in. We have been in a full bull market since 25K. But selling now or buying now and selling, in a bull market, like full on full, bull. Okay. What I typically do is I buy a certain amount on my long-term port, okay? And when I'm adding to these coins, I'm not talking about my initial investment. So if you, let's say, for example, for an easier calculation, let's say you put $1,000 into TIA and it 3x's. Okay, whenever a coin or when my position 3x's, I take out my initial capital and I rotate it into something else, and I just keep those coins and just write it up. Okay, that's my initial investment. I don't care about the additions to the coins, that I'm not touching. But you should know how much you have invested initially in a coin, and once it reaches a certain price, you should pull your initial and rotate into a different coin. If you have no idea how to spot trade profitably, you should not be lever trading. What's your top for Bitcoin? Like next cycle top or local top? Probably around 120. Anywhere from 100 to 120. This is still having trouble. I think it'll flip it. Alright, guys. That's it for me. I'm going to. Is Caleb in here? Let me see. Caleb. No worries, guys. Alright. I don't know when the mastery course releases. It's sometime, I think this month or next month. Um, but yeah, I do think a few analysts are going to go become VIP and be premium. I think I'm part of that. I'm not sure. I keep hearing that I am.